Well, two airliners nearly collided yesterday at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International. Kris Van Cleave says a pilot hit the brakes after the tower gave him a heads up and an apology.
Delta A33, cancel takeoff, clearance. Sorry about that. That was my mistake, guys.
That mistake cleared Delta Flight 873 bound for Miami to take off from the same runway another Delta jet, Flight 749, was taxiing across after just landing on the adjacent runway, putting two airliners on a potential collision course. Accelerating towards 140 miles an hour, Flight 873 had to essentially slam on the brakes.
It was about 15 seconds there of sheer terror.
Scott Fowler is a columnist for the Charlotte Observer and was one of the 160 passengers on Flight 873. The FAA is now investigating but says the aircraft were separated by 1¼ miles when Delta 749 crossed the runway Fowler's flight was using to take off.
You know, I have 4 children, none of them have even gone to college yet. I can't afford to die, all right? I got to be here. I'm just glad that ultimately everybody was okay.
More than 1,200 so-called runway incursions occur every year. In 2014, 14 incidents created significant potential for collision.
Obviously, it's incredibly dangerous.
Scott Brenner is a former FAA associate administrator. How does something like this happen?
You have a pilot error, pilot didn't pay attention to instruction. You have a controller error, gave bad instructions. You have a vehicle out there where they shouldn't be, or you have a pedestrian out there that shouldn't be out there.
The investigation into the worst collision in aviation history was just getting underway here tonight.
The deadliest aviation accident on record came in 1977 when two 747s collided on a runway in the Canary Islands. 583 people died.
Flight 873 did have to return to the gate to undergo a maintenance check before it was able to depart for Miami about 2 hours late. Scott, there were no injuries reported.
Kris, thank you.